Hello, we are graduate students from the Materials Science and Engineering Department at Carnegie Mellon. My name is Mary.
I'm David.
I'm Max.
I'm Ashley.
We chose to make a falchion-style blade, and in the next few minutes, we will tell you why we chose this particular design and how we made the sword.
The type of blade we chose to make is called a cusp falchion. Most common during the 13th and 14th centuries, this practical, single-edged, single-handed blade is often described as possessing the combined power of an axe and a sword. We chose to make this particular blade for its long, rich history, functionality, and somewhat unique asymmetrical shape. Early falchions have been found in Europe and Scandinavia, appearing in the 11th century and becoming less popular after the 16th century. Traditionally, the falchion was made between 37 and 40 inches in length, weighed between 1 and 3 pounds, and had a wooden grip. Similar in shape to a scimitar or cutlass, the cusp falchion is characterized by a straight blade, flared slightly at the end, and possessing a single clip or swept-back point. Unlike the scimitar, though, the point is situated directly in line with the grip. This allows the blade to be used for stabbing as well as hacking and slashing through mail. Used in close-range combat, the falchion's weight allowed the user to deliver forceful blows to an opponent, much like an axe. The practical design also allowed for quick, precise movements, much like a sword. Commonly believed to be a poor man's weapon, falchions were also used to divide nobles, men-at-arms, and knights, although not as the primary weapon. Possibly originating from sharp farming tools, falchions were commonly made with either iron or steel blade and mass-produced by smiths in the medieval ages. It was also noted that the construction of the falchion was not unlike that of a longsword. Our design is based on the traditional cusp falchion that would have been prevalent in medieval Europe up until the 16th century. During preliminary planning, sketches were made to determine a rough desired blade shape and also dimensions. 1060 steel was chosen to be the material for its good hardness and toughness properties. Hard so that the blade will keep an edge, yet tough so that the blade won't shatter on impact with the hard material. Material cost was also taken into account when choosing the material. Although less impressive than some of the more modern alloyed blade materials, 1060 harkened back to the falchion's more humble roots and its history of inexpensive mass production. The initial condition of the 1060 was an 11-inch round bar stock. Using a propane-powered furnace in traditional blacksmithing methods, we first constructed the tang of the blade, or the part to be inserted into the guard, handle, and pommel. The metal was flattened and extruded by tapering and inserting fullers. Once the tang was finished, shoulders were put on the top of the tang using the edges of the anvil as a division between the handle and the blade. Above the shoulders, the blade was flattened out with hammering, extruded with fullers, and shaped with grinding. Finishing the blade included rough grinding and sanding, followed by tempering to bluish purple to achieve the desired properties. After tempering, the blade went through a final sanding and polishing process. We chose to make the grip for the falchion out of a wood and wire wrap. A wire wrap was chosen not only for the aesthetic appeal, but also for better gripping capability. For the wire wrap, the two different types of wire were initially braided separately and then wrapped together. To start, a 1 1/4 inch dowel rod was cut to 5 inches in length and then whittled down to the desired shape. A hole was then drilled through the center and widened to the appropriate width and taper with a wood chisel. After the hole was finished, the outside was sanded smooth and the wire wrapped applied and epoxied. The guard was machined out of a piece of brass. The pommel was originally going to be made from bronze and shaped with various cold and hot working techniques, but instead had to be bought due to a faulty heat from a company we ordered it from. The bought piece was ground, polished, and inlaid with garnets. Thank you for watching our video. We would like to thank David Sapiro for his bladesmithing guidance and knowledge, and also for letting us use all of his blacksmithing tools for this project. We would also like to acknowledge Mary's and David's advisor, Brian Webler, for his support of this project.